Ever wondered how a single act of kindness can ripple across the world? This is where we share the powerful stories that remind us of the good in people. Today, we're going to share heartwarming stories from all over the world that will restore your faith in humanity. You won't believe the incredible acts of selflessness and compassion that these individuals display. Prepare to be inspired, laugh, cry, and most importantly, feel hopeful about the future of humanity. Our first story is about a young mother who was struggling to make ends meet. She had a young child to take care of, and the weight of providing for her family was heavy on her shoulders. One day while she was shopping at the grocery store, she noticed that her total was more than she expected. She looked at the items in her cart and realized that she couldn't afford to buy everything. Her heart sank as she thought about how she would explain to her child that they wouldn't be able to enjoy the things she had planned for them. As she stood there contemplating what to do, she felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned around and saw an elderly gentleman smiling at her. "Can I help you?" he asked kindly. The woman hesitated, unsure of how to explain her situation. But the man didn't seem to mind. "Don't worry," he said. "I understand. Sometimes life can be tough." He reached into his pocket and pulled out some cash, which he placed on the counter. "Here, take this," he said. "It's not much, but it should help." The woman was taken aback by his generosity. She couldn't believe that someone would be willing to help her without knowing her. As she reached for the money, she looked up at the man and thanked him profusely. "I don't know what to say," she stammered, "but thank you so much. This means a lot to me and my child." The man waved his hand dismissively. "It's no problem, really," he said with a smile. "I just want to help. Someone once helped me when I was in a tough spot, and it's my turn to pay it forward." With tears in her eyes, the woman took the money and paid for her groceries. As she packed her bags, she couldn't help but think about how lucky she was to have met this man. She knew that his kindness would not only help her through this tough time, but it would also serve as a reminder to her to always be kind to others, because you never know when they might need it the most. From then on, the woman made it her mission to pay it forward. Whenever she saw someone struggling, she would try to help them in any way she could. She would buy groceries for families who couldn't afford them, pay for the meals of strangers, and donate to charities that supported those less fortunate than her. She wanted to be a force of good in the world, just like the old man had been for her. And as she did, she noticed that the world seemed to become a little brighter, a little kinder, and a little more hopeful. The old man's act of kindness had not only helped her in her time of need, but it had also inspired her to become a better person. Our next story is about a young boy who was facing bullying at school. He was a kind and gentle soul, but unfortunately, there were some students who took advantage of his naivety. They would tease him and make fun of him, and it was particularly hurtful when they mocked his old and worn-out shoes. The boy felt ashamed and embarrassed, and it made him dread going to school each day. One day, as the boy was walking home from school, he saw a group of students approaching him. He tried to avoid them, but they cornered him and started making fun of his shoes. "Hey, shoe boy," one of them said, "where do you get your shoes?" "At the old folks' home." Another student chimed in. "Yeah, your shoes are so ugly. No wonder your parents don't want you." The boy felt tears stinging his eyes, but he tried his best to hold them back. Just as the taunts were becoming unbearable, a voice rang out. "That's enough." The students turned around to see a boy from their class standing behind them. "Why are you guys being so mean?" he asked, his voice firm and strong. Before anyone could respond, the boy took off his sneakers and handed them to the other boy. "Here, you can have these," he said. The other students were shocked. "What are you doing, Jason?" one of them asked. "Those are the best sneakers you can get. Why would you give them away?" Jason didn't hesitate. "Because Jimmy needs them more than I do," he said. "And besides, I have 2 pairs. He turned to Jimmy and said, "Don't let them get to you. Jimmy, you don't need their stupid shoes to be cool." Jimmy's face lit up with gratitude. "Thank you, Jason," he whispered, putting on the shoes. They fit perfectly. Jason walked home barefoot, but he didn't mind. He knew that he had done the right thing. When his parents saw his bare feet, they were concerned. But when they heard the story, they were proud of him. "You have a big heart, Jason," his mother said, hugging him. "You didn't need those shoes anyway," his father added with a smile. "But next time, please tell us before you give something away, okay?" Jason nodded, feeling good about himself. From that day on, Jason and Jimmy became best friends, and the other students learned a valuable lesson about the importance of kindness and empathy. Jason had shown them that true courage doesn't mean having the biggest or the best things, but instead, it means being willing to help others, even if it means sacrificing your own comfort. Our next story is about a small family-owned restaurant that was struggling to stay afloat. They had put their heart and soul into the business, but the economic downturn had hit them hard, and they were losing customers. The owners were worried about their employees and the impact that the business closure would have on their lives. They had to come up with a plan quickly if they wanted to save their restaurant. They sat down together and brainstormed ideas. They considered offering discounts, creating new menu items, and even expanding their delivery service. But nothing seemed like the right solution. As they were discussing their options, one of the owners remembered a story she had read about a restaurant in another city that had faced similar challenges. This restaurant had implemented a unique idea called the Wall of Kindness, where customers could prepay for meals for those in need. It was a wonderful concept that not only helped the struggling restaurant, but also gave back to the community. The owner immediately called the other restaurants to discuss the idea. They were all excited about the possibility and agreed to give it a try. They decided to start small by offering 10 free meals. They would place the meals on their Wall of Kindness, along with instructions explaining how it worked. Anyone who was hungry could take a meal ticket and enjoy a hot meal without having to pay. In the beginning, the response was slow, but as word got out about the restaurant's new initiative, more and more people started taking advantage of the free meals. The restaurant was filled with people from all walks of life, all united by the common goal of enjoying a delicious meal. The owners were thrilled with the response, not only because it was helping their business, but also because they were making a difference in the community. They continued to add more free meals to the Wall of Kindness, and soon it became a regular feature of their restaurant. People from all over the city started coming to the restaurant to take part in this wonderful initiative. Some people even donated money so that the restaurant could continue to offer free meals. Over time, the restaurant became known as the place where everyone could enjoy a hot meal, regardless of their financial situation. It was a true testament to the power of kindness and the ripple effect it can have on a community. The restaurant owners had taken a chance and implemented a unique idea, and it had paid off in more ways than they could have ever imagined. Today, the restaurant is thriving and continues to be a beacon of hope and kindness for the community. The owners are proud of what they have created and the positive impact it has had on people's lives. They are living proof that kindness can change the world, one meal at a time. We hope these stories have restored your faith in humanity and inspired you to pay it forward. If you enjoyed these stories, please like and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can spread kindness and positivity around the world. Thank you for watching Heartbeam, where our stories touch the soul. Please don't forget to explore more of our videos. Every story has the power to heal and inspire.